Hello everyone, it's Thumper the Rabid Rabbit. In this episode of my Rust Electricity 101 component guide, we're going to talk about the Electric Reactive Target component. The Reactive Target is not new to the game if you're not familiar with it. It's a reactive target that when shot, drops down, and then automatically pops back up after 3 seconds. This is not new. It behaves the same way it did before. What is different is that this is now an electric component, and we'll show you how that works in a moment. Like before, it is still a tier 1 item. It can be crafted on a level 1 workbench. All you need is 100 wood, 150 metal frags, and 1 gear, and of course, the blueprint. It is not a default blueprint, so you will need to find one. It is fairly common to find in crates, sunken chests, and other common loot places like that. Not terribly hard to find, I would say, but now we have some new fun. Let's hook up some power and look at the different electrical handles that are available to it. We have 4 handles: power in, reset, and a power output, which I can show you as soon as I hook up the power. So you can see right now I'm putting 33 in, there's nothing coming out, and we've got these other 2 handles to use. This is much like a manual switch in that if you lower it down, it passes the power through. Anytime it is in the lowered position, it will pass the excess power through. Let me demonstrate that. I'm going to hook it up to this counter here. You can see it's putting through the remaining 32 units of power. It consumes 1 for itself and passes the rest. If I pop it back up again, no more power. Now, without doing any power events, power-driven events, I'm just going to shoot it down. You'll see as soon as I shoot it down, it's in the lowered position, puts through power for 3 seconds, and pops itself back up. Good old reactive target. All right, let's play with the other 2 handles we have here. The first one is the lowering handle, marked lower. I'm going to hook it up to this button here. No particular reason for the button, just feel like playing with buttons today. I'm going to hook the other button up to the reset handle. These do pretty much what you'd expect. If you press the reset handle, it'll pop it up. If you press the lower handle, it'll put the target down. These are event-driven. They are not stateful. By that, I mean if you send any amount of power to the reset handle, even for a brief moment, it will pop back up. You don't have to keep power applied to it. Any amount of power sent to it briefly will reset it. Same thing with the lower handle. All you have to do is send any amount of power to the lower handle and it will drop the target down into the effectively on position, which makes it basically a remote switch. And it will stay there, even without power applied, until you reset it, either with the reset handle or manually by walking up to it and saying reset. As soon as it pops up, it stops passing through power. There is, at the time of the recording of this video, that's September 21st, 2020. 21st in September. Okay, it has what I would call a bug. This may not actually be an intentional bug, this may just be a counterintuitive behavior, but the lowering handle does not work when the target has been shot down. It starts its 3-second reset timer and it ignores the input to the lowering handle. Watch. 1, 2, 3. If I press this button while it's down, you will see it still pops back up after 3 seconds. It ignores the event to lower the target while it is already down from being shot. So this, starts a 3-second timer where it ignores the lower handle. I don't particularly care for that because in a, say, shooting gallery example where you might want to use the power output to keep it down after it's been shot, it doesn't work because it ignores its lowering event after it's been shot down. That's not true for the reset handle. It's inconsistent. If I shoot it down and hit reset, it pops right back up right away. So it will still obey the reset handle, but it will ignore the lower handle while it has been shot down. Go figure. Maybe that'll be fixed in the future, maybe not. Just something to keep in mind while you're playing with it. So there you go. Because it can be remotely triggered with the reset and the lower, and anytime it's in the lowered position, it puts power through, it effectively becomes a logical component. So it can be used as an event-driven component, basically as a switch to pass through power. Oh, there's a lot of great ideas for this one, and hopefully you'll see some of them coming up from me and some of the other creative folks out there in the Rust Electricity land. And there you have it, the electrified reactive target.